Sports. It's in the game.
Wow, he just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
Today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson, 69 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now a first down throw. Gone. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that you can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Gibbs straight ahead. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Here's Goff. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Lucas Van Ness getting 3 there to bring him down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This from 36 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Let's go. 45. White.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Love, they go play action now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
This is 2nd and 8. Goff now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. And in for the Lions touchdown. Brock Wright, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On play action. Love to throw. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. So from the 37, here's 2nd and 4. Love. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
So now here's Love. He finds his receiver, Watson. So no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Play action this time with Love. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play fake. Here's Love. And he's got it. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. That time a 9-play drive. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far and certainly plenty to look forward to as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Nixon now from his end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They go bootleg. Love. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Love now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Still third down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. To throw is Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Found good room to run there. Returns Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Watson. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. 1st down, Love to pass. That's taken in by Kraft. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Here's Jacobs from the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Ready. Move 32.
1st down, going to the air with Love. Touchdown, Packers. Jaden Reed from 10 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Try to get one more in here. 3rd and 2. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Goff throwing again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Out is Jake Bates to try the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Bates' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Green Bay offense goes, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it.
That is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Here's 1st and 10. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 11. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Here comes 2nd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Here's 2nd down. Now it's Goff. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he's taken down inside the 30. One last throw here for Goff. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.